Good morning. My name is Sarah T, and I will be your yoga instructor today. Please find any comfortable, upright, seated posture. Anything that makes you feel comfortable is appropriate. Throughout practice today, we will access a variety of movements designed to gently wake the body up and to bring the awareness within. If at any point a movement is uncomfortable or inaccessible, please feel free to back out of the movement and to join us again on something that looks more comfortable for your body. Physical movement is only a part of our practice. You'll also be cued in your breath. And so at any point, if the movement does not feel right for you, simply bring the attention to the breath, slowly inhaling, slowly exhaling, until something looks comfortable enough for you to rejoin. Likewise, if the breath for you is out of reach for any reason, focus the attention on the sensations in the body, the way that it feels to hold your positions and postures, the way that the muscles activate, the way that the feet feel against the floor. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to begin in any comfortable, upright, seated position, closing our eyes if that's comfortable, or finding a position on the wall or the floor to focus on. Slowly inhaling through the nose. We'll exhale through the nose slowly, bringing our awareness to the muscles that work to bring air into the body, and all of the muscles that work to push air up and out. Deep, slow, steady breath in. Long, slow, steady breath out. Inhaling through the nose to warm and slow down the air. Exhaling through the nose to cleanse and refine the body. Inhaling deeply will lift the chin up to the ceiling. Close the mouth and stretch the jaw up. Exhaling, the chin tucks down into the chest. Pull the shoulder blades back and together to keep the back straight here. Inhaling deeply, lift the chin up. Exhaling slowly, chin tucks down into the chest. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling, chin tucks down into the chest, shoulders squeeze together in the back, and we'll shake the head back and forth no to release even more. Inhaling, head lifts up to center. Exhaling, take a look out over one shoulder. Actively pull the other side away from the ear. Inhaling, switching through center. We'll exhale, looking at the other side. Big breath in, moving through center. Exhale on the first side again. Inhaling to switch. Exhaling on the second side. Big breath in, we'll move through center. This time hands over the shoulders, we'll take the eyes as far back and behind us as we can, adding a stretch for them as well. Inhaling to switch through center, we'll exhale on the second side, once again taking the eyes and looking as far back and behind us as we can. Big breath in, moving to center. We'll exhale, dropping ear to the shoulder. Inhaling, press down the shoulders, lifting up through center. Exhale, ear drops to the other side. Inhaling, lift through center. Exhaling, ear drops to the first side. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling on the other side. Once more in each direction, pressing the shoulders down, sitting up nice and tall in between. Exhale, ear sinks down to the shoulder, feeling the space that's created on this opposite side. Breathing into it. Inhaling, lift up through center. Exhale, ear drops to the other side. Once more, breathing into the space that's created on the open end. Big breath in, lifting up through center. We'll exhale, dropping the chin into the chest. Inhaling, slow circle out to one shoulder. Exhaling, back down into center. Inhaling up the opposite way. Exhaling, back down. Slow, gentle half circles. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling down to center. Inhaling on the second side. Exhaling back down. Once more in each direction. Big breath, big lift up. Exhaling down to center. Inhaling up the other way. Exhale back down. Bringing the head back to center. Big breath in, both shoulders squeeze up to the ears. Exhale, roll them back and around. Once more, inhale, roll and squeeze the shoulders up. Exhaling back and down. Once more, big squeeze. Exhaling back and around. Taking both shoulders, inhale, squeeze to the back. Exhale, roll forward and down. Big breath, big squeeze back. Exhaling forward and down. Last time, squeeze the shoulders together. Exhaling forward and down. We'll take both arms, inhaling up to the ceiling, looking up in between the hands. Exhaling down through center. Inhaling, lifting the hands up the way they came. Exhaling, opening out wide on either side. Big breath, big scoop up toward the ceiling. Palms come together at the top. Exhale, press the hands together as we move through the center of the sternum. Inhaling, keep pressing the hands together as we lift up away from the body. Exhaling, opening out wide on either side. Last one of these. Big breath, big scoop to the ceiling. Exhaling, drawing the hands down into the sternum. Inhaling up the way it came. Exhaling, opening out wide on either side. We'll take both arms, inhaling, scooping up toward the ceiling. Allow one arm to drop back down to the floor. Big breath, big reach up toward the sky, looking up at the hand. Wiggle the fingers and reach up even higher. Exhaling, big side stretch takes us way over, feeling that We'll turn our chest toward the knee, continuing that circle, reaching out and away, all the way to the floor. Inhaling, reverse your circle, reach way out past the body as you lift up to the ceiling. Turning chest to the sky, this top hand continues in circle. Back and behind you, lifting chest and chin to the ceiling. That top hand stays in the back, right behind the spine. We'll turn our chest back towards center, taking our second hand and joining it, clasping hands behind us. We'll press away from the body, creating a tripod on the floor. Inhaling, your chest and chin lift up toward the ceiling. Another big breath in here. And as we exhale, we'll tuck the chin into the chest, releasing the hands from their clasped position. The first hand stays back and behind us. The second hand wraps all the way around the body for the opposite knee, initiating this twist from the base of the spine, through the belly, through the shoulders, and finally the head turns to look over the back shoulder. Big breath in here in our twist, and we'll exhale, releasing back to center, letting both hands walk out in front of the body. Crown of the head drops toward the floor as we round the spine and allow the weight of the head to pull us forward. Slow and steady breath. We'll walk the hands over towards one knee, reaching way out away from the body. Actively push that opposite hip bone back toward the floor, allowing the weight of the head to hang low. Slow, steady breath in. Long, slow, steady breath out. We'll walk the hands through center, keeping the body low, and bringing them out over the opposite knee, reaching way far out from the body, actively pushing that opposite hip in toward the floor. The crown of the head hangs low toward the floor. Big breath in. Slow breath out. And we'll walk the hands gently back into center, back in towards the body. Inhaling, roll up through the body. Both arms lift up to the ceiling. Exhaling, palms come together at the center of the chest. Stay here for a big breath in. And exhale slowly. If your legs are in a crossed position, we're going to switch the legs so that the opposite leg comes in front. If you're kneeling or have your legs extended, you can leave them just where they are. We'll take a big breath in. Both arms reach up toward the sky. Working on that second side now, we'll let the first arm drop toward the floor. Inhaling, lean and reach up high as you can. Wiggle the fingers and reach for the sky. Exhaling, big side stretch takes us way over, feeling all of that space in the side body. Chest turns towards the knee as we continue to circle that arm all the way down to the floor. Inhaling, reach way out past the ear, lifting up toward the ceiling, allowing this arm to continue to circle. It moves back and behind as the chest and chin lift up toward the sky. This working arm rests right behind the spine, and we'll turn the torso back to the center of the room. Our second hand wraps around the body, joining the first. Clasp your hands together, making a fist, and press that fist into the floor behind you, creating a tripod. Inhaling, chest and chin lift up to the ceiling. Staying here for a breath. Big breath in. Exhaling, chin tucks into the chest first, releasing our grip from the hands. That working arm stays back and behind the spine. Second hand now wraps all the way around the body for the opposite knee. Sitting up tall to start, we'll initiate our twist from the base of the spine. The base, the middle, the rib cage, the shoulders, and the head. Turn to look over that back shoulder. Big breath in your twist. Exhale, releasing the torso back to center. We'll take the hands and walk them out in front of the body, allowing the crown of the head to hang low, rounding the spine towards the floor. Noticing any difference in the quality of the stretch, the difference in the sides of the body. We'll walk the hands over one knee, reaching way out away from us, actively working to press both sit bones back into the mat. The crown of the head releases toward the floor. Big breath in, slow breath out, and we'll walk the hands through center, coming to the other side, reaching away from the body, pushing the hip bones back towards the floor. Inhaling deeply. We'll exhale slowly, walking the hands back to center, gently pushing ourselves back up. We'll take both arms with us. Inhale, lifting up. Palms come together at the top. Exhale down through center. Inhaling up the way you came. Exhaling, opening out wide on the side. We're going to transition onto our hands and knees. Feel free to place a blanket under the knees, to double fold your yoga mat, or to do anything that brings more comfort to that posture for yourself. We'll bring the knees underneath the hips and the wrists directly underneath the shoulders. Inhaling deeply, we'll arch the back up toward the ceiling, letting the crown of the head drop in between the arms, wiggling the hips from side to side, perhaps to increase that stretch. Exhaling, let the belly float low toward the floor. Big breath in as we press the floor away, lifting the crown of the head toward the ceiling, pressing out of the shoulders, pressing the hands evenly into the floor. Inhaling deeply, we'll arch the back up like a Halloween cat. Exhaling, this time gently sinking the hips down towards the heels. Forearms come down to the mat. Inhaling, we'll gently move the head forward, coming over the hands, pressing the floor away so that the belly hangs low and the crown of the head reaches up toward the sky. Big breath in, arching up towards the ceiling. Exhaling here at the top, pulling the belly button into the spine, gently allowing the hips to sink towards the heels. Forearms come down to the mat. Inhaling, head travels forward over the hands, pressing the floor away, lifting head toward the sky. Last set of these. Big breath, big arch up. Press the floor away. Exhaling, the hips the head forward to the hands, pressing the floor away, belly to the floor, crown of the head to the ceiling. We'll return the body to a neutral spine, taking the weight into the left hand and the right knee. Inhaling right hand and left foot leave the body, reaching in opposite directions. You can extend through the heel on the left side or point through those toes or work the foot back and forth. Reach actively all the way through the right fingertips. Crown of the head is an extension of the spine, thinking about that line running all the way through the heel of that foot. Big breath, big reach out in each direction, and we'll exhale, allowing hand and knee to return to the mat. Taking the other side, left hand and right foot this time. Inhale, leaving the body, reaching in other directions, either flexing the foot and reaching the heel hard or pointing through the toes. Feel the fingertips extend out and away from the body like you're being pulled apart. Exhale, hand and knee return gently to the mat. One more time on each side. Big breath, hand and foot leave the mat, reaching in opposite directions. Like you're being pulled apart like taffy. Reach through the fingers, reach through the foot. Big breath in, and we'll exhale. Hand and knee return to the mat. Other side, big breath, big reach out away from the body. Pull yourself apart, grow 2 inches longer as you hold your position. Exhale, hand and knee return to the mat. Inhaling, arch the back up like a howling cat. Exhale, hold the belly button into the spine. Inhaling, belly sinks low to the floor. Press out of the shoulders, crown of the head floats up. We'll release the body to a neutral spine. Allow the hips to sink down to the heels. Walk the hands out in front of the body for a child's pose, lowering the head toward the floor. Slow and steady breath, feeling the belly press out against the thighs in your child's pose. We're going to take a deep breath in, spreading the fingertips out wide in front of the body and bringing the weight back into the hands. Coming into a kneeling plank position, finding that straight line from knees to hips to shoulders through the crown of the head. We'll bend elbows in toward the body, pressing the rib cage as we slowly lower the chest down to the floor. Taking a baby cobra, head, neck, and shoulders leave the mat, allowing the hands to float away to check your position. Exhale, hands return to the mat, body lowers down. Inhaling, pull the belly button into the spine, press weight into the hands, lifting up into your kneeling plank position. Exhale, hips lift high into the air as we send the head in between the arms for our kneeling puppy posture. Repeating this series, big breath in, shifting the weight into our kneeling plank. Exhale, elbows tuck in as the rib cage lowers down to the mat. Inhaling deeply, head, neck, and shoulders peel off the mat, hands come away. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, press the floor away, lifting up into our kneeling plank. Exhale, hips lift high into the air, pressing the chest toward the floor for downward puppy. One more time with this series. Inhaling deeply, floating out into our plank. Exhale, lowering the chest down to the floor. Inhaling, head, neck, and shoulders lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling, press the floor away. Lift up into your kneeling plank position. Exhale, shifting the hips back. Moving into downward puppy. Take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale here. Inhaling, we're going to tuck our toes underneath in the back and lift the hips up into the air. Walking the feet and adjusting the body in our first down dog. Let the knees bend, work through the heels. Walk your dog as you release through the legs and through the hips. Finding that position for yourself today. Letting the heels sink towards the mat. Lifting the hips toward the sky. Pressing the chest toward the floor. Fingertips press into the mat. Extension through the arms. Big breath in here. And we'll exhale, walk, step, jump, bring the feet to the top of the mat in between the hands. Big bend for both knees. Crown of the head hangs low to the floor. Inhaling deeply, we'll roll up slowly through the body. One vertebrae at a time, bringing the hands high overhead. Palms come together at the top, and we'll exhale, bringing the thumbs to our heart center, finding our mat pose. Checking in with your feet, lift the toes, spread them out, and replace the feet back into the mat. Allow the knees to loosen and to support you. Hips over knees, knees over ankles. Chest lifts as we roll the shoulder blades back and together. Chin is parallel to the floor. Inhaling deeply, we'll let the arms circle down, out to the side, and then high overhead. Exhaling, both arms open out wide as we begin to dive down, keeping the back flat for as long as possible, and then allowing the spine to round as the knees bend and the head hangs low. Inhaling, slide the hands up the shins, coming halfway up, pressing the crown of the head away from the base of the spine. Exhale, big bend for the knees, allowing the head to hang low. Inhaling deeply, we'll take our right foot way back. We're coming into a lunge position. It can be up high on the toes, reaching the heel toward the back of the room, or this back knee can lower, untucking the toes, whichever makes this more convenient and comfortable for your body. We're going to take our right hand to the inside of the left foot. Inhaling, glue right shoulder and left knee together as we circle the left hand up to the ceiling. Reaching through the fingertips, breathing deeply. We'll take another big breath in and exhale, allowing that hand to circle down toward the floor. Inhaling deeply, the left toes now join the right, coming into either a kneeling plank position or up on the toes for your plank. Whichever version you choose, we'll tuck the elbows in toward the ribcage, gently lowering the body down to the floor. Inhaling, head, neck, and shoulders peel off the mat, pressing into the hands, squeezing the cheeks together in the back to lift the belly up. Exhale, slowly fold all the way down to the floor. Inhaling, press the floor away, coming into your kneeling plank position. Tuck the toes underneath. Lift the hips up high toward the sky and walk into your beautiful down dog expression. Lifting hips toward the ceiling, pressing the chest toward the thighs, aware of the weight as it distributes in our hands. We'll take a big breath in and exhale, walk, step, jump, bring the feet together at the top of the mat, bending the knees deeply, crown of the head hangs low. Inhaling, roll up through the body, one vertebrae at a time, taking both arms up high overhead, palms come together at the top. Exhale down through center. Inhaling up the way you came. Exhaling, opening out wide, we'll dive back down to the floor. Knees bend deeply, crown of the head hangs low. Inhaling, slide the hands up the shins, pressing the body away from the crown of the head. Exhale, big fold all the way down. Inhaling, left foot steps way back this time, coming into a low lunge. Either staying high up on the toes, allowing the heel to reach toward the back of the room, or lowering that back knee to the floor and untucking the toes. We'll bring left hand to the inside of the right foot, gluing left shoulder and right knee together. Big breath in as the right arm floats up toward the sky. Looking up at the fingertips if it's comfortable. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, lowering that top arm down. We'll take right foot back to join the left. Coming into either your kneeling or full plank. Whichever version you choose, allow the elbows to tuck into the rib cage as we slowly lower the chest down to the floor. Inhaling, head, neck, and shoulders peel off the mat, pressing into the hands to lift the belly up, squeezing the cheeks in the back to protect the small of the back. Exhale, slowly lowering back down. Inhaling, press the floor away, coming up into your kneeling plank position. Tucking your toes, lifting hips high into the air. Finding that down dog expression for you today. Feeling the heels as they sink toward the floor. Tailbone as it lifts up to the sky. Chest as it presses into the thighs. And the weight distributed through the fingertips on the floor. Big breath in here. And we'll exhale, walking or jumping the feet to the top of the mat. Allowing the crown of the head to hang low toward the floor. Inhale, roll up slowly through the body. Both arms lift high overhead. Palms come together at the top. Exhale down through center. Inhaling up the way you came. Exhaling, opening out wide on the inner side. We'll reverse this. Inhaling up towards the sky. Palms together at the top. Exhaling down to center. Closing the eyes for just And noticing any difference in the body from when class began, any difference in the size of your body, left or right. Being aware of your feet as they press into the floor. Aware of the heart rate. Aware of the breath. Slowly inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose slowly. We'll come to the center of our mat if it's comfortable, or if we need to be flat on the floor or up against a wall, we'll take a gentle balance on each side. Shifting the weight to one foot, we'll lift up and out of that side body, growing 2 inches taller. Careful not to sink into that hip, but pulling up nice and tall, knee, hip, and ankle all in a straight line, belly pulled in, shoulders rolled away. We'll take this opposite heel to the ankle, toes on the floor, like a kickstand for a bike. This whole leg has opened out toward the side, knee pointing towards the side wall, towards the corner of the room, even just slightly open to its side, whatever feels right for your body today. You can stay here in this kickstand position, or if you'd like, you can allow the foot to slide up, coming either to the calf or all the way up to the inside of the thigh. Whatever position you choose, make sure it's not directly against the knee and that you feel supported, pulling out of that side body, crown of the head floats up to the ceiling, finding that spot on the wall that won't move. We'll bring the hands to heart center if we let them go. Lifting up through the body, we'll see if our hands can play a bit today. Opening out to the side, like branches for our tree. We'll see if they'll float up high overhead. Maybe they can come together at the top. Squeezing that spot on the wall with your eyes, see if the hands will float back down to the sternum. One more big breath in, and we'll exhale, releasing the legs, releasing the hands. Let the knees shake all about. We'll bring our weight to the opposite side, turning the other leg out, heel to the ankle, toes to the floor. Lifting out of that supporting leg, we'll find our tree expression today, staying in our kickstand, coming up against the calf, or all the way up to the inside of the thigh. Whatever that is for you today is beautiful. Pulling out of that side body, pull the belly button in, squeeze the cheeks together in the back. We'll bring the hands to heart center if they've left. Roll the shoulder blades away from the ears and find a spot on the wall that won't move to focus on. Slow and steady breath through the nose. We'll allow the hands to open to the sides, testing our balance, keeping that micro bend in the knee, feeling all of our stabilizing muscles work, lifting the hands high overhead, maybe bringing the palms together at the top. Slowly allowing them to descend into the sternum, placing the hands against the chest. One more big breath in, and we'll exhale, releasing the body, letting it shake all about. Excellent work. Big breath in, both arms swoop to the ceiling. Exhaling, swan dive forward, all the way down to through the feet. And we'll shift the hips to one side, allowing us to bring our bottoms to the floor, to stretch the feet out, and to walk ourselves all the way down onto our mats. Bringing the knees into the chest, we'll let them circle around in one direction and circle back around in the other. We'll take the legs wide, or the arms wide on either side of the mat. Big breath in, and as you exhale, letting both knees flow out to one side. We'll keep that opposite shoulder reaching toward the floor, turning the head if it's comfortable to look out over that side, helping us to remember to press into the mat. Slow and steady breath. Staying here for one more big breath in. Slow breath out. We'll inhale, both knees traveling back to center. Exhaling, dropping both knees over to the other side. Turning the head to look over that shoulder that we're asking to move back towards the mat. Inhaling deeply. Exhale slowly. Enjoying a deep twist for this time. We'll stay here one more big breath in. Exhale slowly. Inhaling deeply, we'll use the tummy to pull the knees back to center, allowing them to rock back and forth from the ceiling, making big circles there. We'll keep one knee in at the chest, allowing the opposite leg to stretch out away from the body. Letting this ankle turn in one direction and to roll back around in the other. Bringing the opposite foot back flat on the floor. We'll take this bent knee, crossing ankle over knee, turning that knee out to the side. We can allow the body to stay right here, pressing into that hip, feeling the stretch there. If you'd like, you can bring the knees closer to the chest by lifting the supporting leg, flexing both heels so that the toes reach for the sky. The hands can reach underneath the thigh or over top the shin, rolling the shoulder blades down and into the mat, keeping the back nice and straight in this pose. A big breath into the hips. Exhale slowly. We'll release the hands and allow the supporting leg to gently float down to the floor. Uncrossing the first leg, we'll bring the other leg into the body, holding on to the knee seat with both hands, allowing the opposite leg to stretch out away from the body. We'll let the ankle roll in one direction and roll back around in the other. Placing the opposite foot back on the floor, we'll let this keeping the body here, pressing into the hips, into the back of the hip. Or if you'd like, you can bring the knees into the chest. We can take the hands and reach for underneath the thigh. We can also wrap over top the shin. Whatever feels right for you today. Pulling the shoulder blades down and into the mat. Flexing both sets of toes, reaching for the ceiling. Breathing deeply into the hip. Slow and steady breath. We'll take one more big breath in. Exhale slowly, releasing the grip from the legs. So let the feet come out away from the body, stretching, allowing the head to shake back and forth now. We'll find a comfortable place for it to rest in between. Rolling the shoulder blades together, we'll replace a flat back onto the floor. Shaking the hips back and forth, making one leg longer than the other, and finding a comfortable place for them to rest in between. Letting the feet flop all about, and finding their desired rest. Hands to the belly, open to the side, crossed over the chest, whatever is most comfortable for you today. We'll find that slow, steady breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, letting the body integrate everything it's experienced today. We'll take our rest in Shavasana, and I'll be here to guide you out in just a moment. Deep, slow, steady breath as the mind begins to wander, returning the attention to all of the muscles in the belly, in the rib cage, in the chest that work to bring air into the body. And all of the muscles in the throat, the chest, the rib cage, and the belly that work to push the air up and out. Breathing deeply slowly, steadily, we'll begin to bring our attention back to this space, to this time, and to this body. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and to wiggle the toes, to reach and to stretch if the body desires. We'll take one arm up high overhead, allowing ourselves to roll over to that side, using the arm to protect the head, and to curl into a little ball here, taking one last moment for ourselves. Feeling awake and alive in the body, eager to take on the rest of our day. We'll gently, slowly, and with great care, taking as much time as you need, come back into any comfortable, upright, seated position, keeping the eyes closed or gentle gaze at the floor. Taking both arms, we'll inhale together, lifting the hands up toward the ceiling, palms come together at the top, exhaling down through the center. We bow for ourselves and each other. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey today. Thank you for joining me in my practice. Please always feel free to reach out with any questions, comments, or concerns. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day.